Now, if you're somebody who suffers from alcoholism or alcohol use disorder, or if you have a family member who suffers from these types of addiction, you're going to want to listen to this because there are a lot more options out there other than things like rehabilitation, sober living, Alcoholics Anonymous. What you really need to do today is find somebody who's both a coach and a mentor, one-on-one training. There's so many holes in rehabilitation facilities. A lot of times they just leave you out in the cold after you've done your 30, 60, or 90 days with no direction. And that's really the downfall. So listen to this for more. Much of the problem exists because so many alcoholics and their families don't really know what direction to take. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're frustrated, they're exhausted, they don't know what to do. And a lot of the traditional ways of group therapy like Alcoholics Anonymous, I mean, there's several other ones, I don't mean to beat that one up, but you really need one-on-one training. I know when my wife went to her half dozen rehabilitation facilities, the real problem that I discovered, the real hole with those, is that once you leave, they give you a list of AA meetings to go to or group therapy meetings to go to, and then you're supposed to find an accountability partner. Well, this is really similar to someone who has open heart surgery and the doctor gives you a scalpel and says, well, go ahead, do your surgery for you. If you're going to leave it up to the patient, it's never going to work. Now, rehabilitation facilities are wonderful for people who have come to terms with their denial and understand that they have to do something. If nothing changes, nothing's going to change. The thing is, once you go out of a rehabilitation facility, there isn't a whole lot of support, and it's really on the patient to continue. Now, with someone who's suffering from a chemical and psychological addiction, the work is just beginning with a rehab facility. That is just the beginning. You have to understand the identity that a person who is an alcoholic has. Their identity is as an alcoholic. Their identity is someone who drinks, and that has to be recognized and changed. It's a day-to-day activity. I will not drink today. I will not drink tomorrow, but it's one day at a time, and there's no question. Each person needs individual one-on-one coaching and accountability. Without that, the success rate is less than 25%. Personally, I think most of the time it's absolutely crucial that the family gets involved, and I think most of the time the family should actually be the one setting up the appointment for their addicted loved one. A lot of times they're at the end of their rope and they don't know what to do. Accountability is key to success. Things like getting a physical, you have to know where you're going to start. You have to know the health issues that you're dealing with. As long as the family isn't the problem themselves, that also is a possibility. But I think the family is one of the greatest strengths for anybody who's trying to overcome this psychological and physical ailment. I think part of the problem is people have a lot of fear. They worry about getting out of their comfort zone and changing their lives for the better. Just imagining that that's even a possibility is very scary for some people because they're just used to being in that situation. Their families are used to the stress, they're used to the angst, they're used to the anxiety. Alcoholics, it's really part of their identity. So what you need to do is you need to go above, click the link in the bio, set up a breakthrough call so that we can find sustainable sobriety, again, for you and your family. I'm here to help, and I will go to war for you. Again, set up a time, and thanks for listening.